Your friends are bragging about their awesome builds, but do they have their very own Ghast elevator? In this video, I'll show you how to build an elevator that is powered by your Happy Ghast. Just click the elevator button to call the Ghast to your level. Click it again to be taken to the next floor. The Ghast will actually stay where he is until you tell him to move. Like this, you can go up, or change your mind and he comes back down. As a reminder, this video is for the Bedrock version of Minecraft. If you're looking for the Java tutorial, click the link in the description. Depending how you implement the elevator in your base, you're going to use different blocks than I do, but for my build, I'm using 7 stacks of polished andesite, 4 stacks of polished deep slate, 3 stone, and 5 polished blackstone buttons, 1 soul sand, 1 magma block, 64 kelp, 32 dirt, 28 spruce fence gates, 2 spruce trapdoors, 11 slime blocks, 5 sticky pistons, and then we've got some redstone, 6 repeaters, 3 torches, 15 dust, and 2 full blocks. We also have 16 sea lanterns, but these can also be jack-o'-lanterns or frog lights. And for all builds, I like to have a couple water buckets and a couple stacks of scaffolding. How you implement this elevator in your own base depends on where your first floor entrance is to the elevator. For me, I'm just gonna go up 7 blocks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then I'm gonna place 1 polished deep slate, like that. Okay, I'm gonna make a 6 by 6 platform. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And we're gonna fill that in. I'm gonna use sea lanterns to mark the entrance to the first floor elevator. So I'm putting 4 of them out here just like this. This is my elevator entrance. You can use this to compare it to where exactly you want to install it in your own base. Remember, these lights can also be jack-o'-lanterns or frog lights. Let's start building the elevator frame using polished deep slate. I've added 4 deep slate here, and I'm gonna add a piece of dirt here on the corner. And then 4 more. 1, 2, 3, 4. Piece of dirt. 1, 2, 3, 4. Another piece of dirt for the corner. 1, 2, 3, 4. And there is the frame. We can break this dirt. So far, your build should look like this. All right, before we go any higher, let's put some scaffolding down. Next to this elevator frame, I'm also gonna add some more scaffolding. Now we're ready to build up this elevator frame. So with andesite, we're gonna go up 3 blocks. 1, 2, 3. And we're gonna do that all around the elevator frame. Now we add 1 layer of polished deep slate. As you can see, this is the start of the pattern. We now go up 3 more blocks of andesite. And once again, a layer of deep slate. And 3 more layers of andesite. 1, 2, 3. And another layer of deep slate. So far, your build should look like this. You should see 4 levels of deep slate. Looking below at our entrance, we want to copy that. So right here, we're gonna add 4 of whatever lights you chose. And then a 6 by 6 platform. This is 6 by 6, let's fill this in. So far, your build should look like this. On the elevator frame, we're gonna go up 4 more andesite. 1, 2, 3. And then a 4th layer. Okay, I'm gonna jump down here. Let's connect the elevator frame to our platform like this. Okay, just like that. On the left side of these lights, I'm gonna add 4 more blocks. 2, 3, 4. And then another one here. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm gonna copy that on this side. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, diagonal to that, I'm gonna go up 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I'm gonna fill all this in. And same with this side. So currently it should look like this. And now right above these lights, we're gonna add 2 blocks here and then 2 blocks like that. And then to our left, a block here, and to our right, a block here. So your build should look like this. Let's go to the top. Across the front of this, we're gonna put another layer of andesite like this. And then we're gonna bring that layer all the way to the back. So this is the entrance to the elevator. Now we're gonna add lights to the top. Just count back 1, 2, and then this 3rd block, we're gonna take a 2x2 hole out of the top of this thing, and we're gonna add the lighting of our choice, like so, 4 of those. And if we did that right, we can come down, break these 6 blocks, and it now should look like this. So those lights should be centered above the elevator like that. So far, your build should look like this. Okay, now let's work on the bottom. To continue our pattern, let's add 3 more layers of andesite. Breaking the pattern, we're actually going to add 2 layers of deep slate. Now we fill in those 2 layers. I'm standing at the front of the build. Temporarily, I'm gonna break a few blocks here just so I have easy access. Okay, in the very center, a 2x2 hole right here, and we're gonna add 4 lights. Right now, I'm looking at the front of the build, and so if I come to the back of the build, the back right, I'm gonna make a hole directly here. 2 blocks below this structure, we want a piston pointing straight up. So I'm gonna fall straight down. I'm gonna jump and add that piston. And now I'm just gonna stack up using 2 dirt. Now that I'm up here, I'm just gonna break the dirt and add a magma block, just like that. Currently, your magma block should be in this position with 2 blocks above it like this. I'm currently standing at the back of the build. The piston is on the left side of the structure. To the right of this piston, we count 1, 2, and then forward 1, piece of stone. Left side, 1, 2, forward 1, piece of stone. Now directly in front of the piston by 1 block, another piece of stone. The positioning should look just like this. Now add redstone dust to each block. And then a redstone torch in front of each block. If you did it correctly, the piston should extend and push the magma block upward. Now I'm going to walk in front of the piston like this. I'm going to turn left and place down a repeater. Turn right and place down a repeater. Okay, before you do anything, make sure soul sand is right here. Diagonal to this left stone, I'm going to put 2 dirt like this. and then copy that on this side. I'm going to come in close here and then look directly at this dirt. Place a piston. Turn around on this side, do the same thing. I'm going to break that dirt. Okay, so now we're going to test to see if we set this up correctly. Right behind this stone, we're going to put one redstone dust like this. And then using a button, we can test it. Click that button. So it just swapped the magma block for the soul sand. We click it again. And now the soul sand was swapped for the magma block. Right now, the magma block is in this position. Let's switch it out to be the soul sand. Okay, so now it's the soul sand. For now, we want to remove it. I'm just going to break it. So, and I'm going to put a piece of andesite here in its place. I'm just going to go out there and collect the soul sand. There it is. So this is going to be the start of our water elevator. I'm going to count a couple away from that spot and put some scaffolding. If you look at my hotbar, you see I've already counted out 15 dirt so I don't lose count. So from this andesite, we're going to count up 15. Okay, let's drop back down. As I go up the scaffolding, I'm just going to hold down my button. And make sure all the gates are open. Then we do that to the other side. Now we have open gates going all the way from the top of this dirt to the bottom. Let's go back up to the top of the dirt. We're going to break the top piece of dirt like this and then add water. Now we can break the dirt. Of course, if you run out of air, just stop for a second and then come to the edge and then continue removing the dirt. Take it all the way down to the piece of andesite that we added earlier. There we go. Take out your kelp and plant it on this piece of andesite that we put here earlier, and then start swimming up as you're placing. It'll turn all these to a full water block. Now that all these are full water blocks, we can break this andesite, but you need to be careful because after you break the andesite, below that is the piston, and we don't want to break the piston. So just be careful. On top of the piston, we're going to place the soul sand. If it shoots you to the top, then you know you did it right. Standing on the scaffolding, I'm looking at the entrance to the elevator. To my left is the water column. Well, right above it, let's place a trapdoor like this. And then behind me, a trapdoor like this. All right, I'm going to extend the scaffolding out here. And so just for orientation, this is where you'd place those trapdoors. Okay, so right here, this is where your elevator button is going to go, just like that. And we're also going to put one on the inside. I'm going to hit shift here, add that button there. To hook up the redstone for this button, I'm going to put some dirt out here. I'm going to break these 3 blocks right here, and then the 3 above it, and then let's go up again. We're going to extend this shelf out by 1 like this. And if you come over here, you can see here's the button. When you push it, it'll power this block. And that is this block right here. So to bring that power out, we're going to use this redstone repeater like this. Our other button is right here, so we'll do the same thing. And then we can have that signal come out like this, and both end up on this block here, which will power the piston below. Break this dirt. We're going to break the block that's directly below. So our redstone is right there. We're going to put our piston facing downward like that, and then 7 slime blocks. On the end of those slime blocks, I'm going to put a redstone block like this. All right, real quick, since we're on this level, let's go ahead and connect it like we did above. We can open this entrance by destroying these 6 blocks like that. And then we can add those same stacks of 4. We said 1, 2, 3, 4. And then 2 stacks of 4 right here. Now we want this side to match this side. So we're going to start here by going 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is what I have so far. We will be adding redstone here, so we're not going to fill this all the way in. For now, I'm going to put a layer of andesite like that. And now we can put a button here and a button on this side. Just like we did up there, we're going to extend this shelf out like this. So here's the button they push. We want to pull that redstone signal out of there with a repeater. And then on this side as well for this button. And then we're going to have both of those lead to this point, which will also have a piston underneath. Now that that's done, we can build this up 3 more like this. From this angle, it looks like this. And now above this light, we can add 4 more pieces of andesite. And then to our left, a piece here, and to our right, a piece here. Just real quick, I'm going to scaffold up here. And so later on, you can come in here and do the same thing like we did above. And you can add a little wall here. What I would do is extend this all the way up to cover this up later when you're all finished. And that way you can hide all your slime and redstone components. Now we add our next piston, which is right here. Let's go up under that redstone. We're going to remove this piece of deep slate and then add a piston pointing straight down. Then 4 slime blocks for the distance I have. Then we add a block of redstone. Just for measurement purposes, I'm going to put a piece of dirt here and here. Notice it's a gap of 2 before it hits the ground. Let's remove this button. So directly under the block would be right there. So let's connect that. When this second floor button is pushed, it powers this redstone, which causes this piston to extend, and then it pushes this redstone block into this area, which powers this piston, which then has this redstone block power the actual machine. But just a warning, this is not going to work if you accidentally put a block next to these slime blocks. Notice I have no blocks next to these slime blocks. They're just diagonal, and that's okay. If you end up putting even 1 block next to the slime column, it will not work. Also down here, same thing. We don't have any blocks next to this slime column. All right, I'm gonna collect all the scaffolding. Okay, let's go to the top and do a quick test. All right, so an easy way to test this is on the second floor. We can see, are the bubbles going up or down? They are going up. So let's push the button and then see if it changes. And yes, you can see there's magma in the bottom now, and the bubbles are going down. Now that we know it works, we can get ready for the fun part, which is adding the ghast. The ghast in Bedrock is really tricky about its size, so it's a little harder to put it in here than it would be in Java. Because of that, we need to break some extra blocks to get them in. So right below our button here, we're gonna break that block, break everything below that. When your build looks like this, then you're ready to add the ghast. Something that can make it a lot easier before you add them is put dirt right here, almost like a runway, and then extend it back. The further you extend it back, the easier it'll be to add them. And that's probably more than enough right there. All right, once on the ghast, you want to get above that dirt. Okay, once you're above the dirt, just go down, and then you can slide right in. So this is the tricky part. You need to be as tight as possible. The corner that has the water, we're gonna try to just squeeze in there. And then I'm gonna go forward, jump off. You can see I'm in the corner here, but am I tight enough? Let's look. I cannot add a block here. So this side is not far enough away, but let's try this. Also can't do it here either. Let's try again. I'm gonna get on the ghast. I'm gonna go forward and then left. All right, it did move a little bit. While going forward, I'm gonna jump off of him so he stays put. There we go. Okay, I still can't do it on this side. Let me try again. Going forward, I'm gonna go left, and while I'm hitting left, I'm gonna jump off so he stays put. Okay. Okay, we got him. We're gonna put these back. And don't forget that we still have the blocks out here. Okay, I'm gonna remove this dirt. Okay, so now he is completely surrounded by blocks. I'm on the second floor, I'm pushing the button and nothing is happening. He's still down there because I haven't ridden him yet. He has to get into position so that he can easily go up and down. So let's ride him one time. Okay, now I'm on him. Now that I've ridden him for a second, I can now get off of him. Now I'm just standing here. I'm gonna push the button. I'm in a standing position like this, and it is taking me up now. Hit the down button. So now there's not an issue. It should work fine. I'm gonna try to do what we tried to do at the beginning. I'm gonna send him down. And then we'll see if he can go back up. Now this is a working Ghast elevator. Be creative, craft well, and remember, you have value.